the roar of our engines.
NLWN-TV presents the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Now, join us as we get ready for baseball in the dugout.
Hello and welcome to In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you two Chippewa River Baseball League games as the defending CRBL champion Eau Claire Cavaliers take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader. Now, the Cavaliers are coming off a 9-4 opening day win over the Whitehall Whitetails last Sunday, while the Lumberjacks opened their season 2 weeks ago by defeating the Tilden Tigers 9-1. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's doubleheader matchup between the Cavs and the Lumberjacks. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister's perspective on today's games in the Ryan Bemnister Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to see how this season has started off. Also, we'll take a moment to get to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of both of today's games from historic Carson Park in Eau Claire. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that coming up right after this brief timeout as you're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Very shortly, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader from Carson Park in Eau Claire. The Cavaliers are coming off a successful opening day last weekend when they defeated the Whitehall Whitetails 9-4. Now, in that game, the Cavaliers were led by Brayton Tillman, who went 2 for 4, including a triple to right field.
Sam Killian, a fly ball out into right center field. That's going to find the warning track. Tillman is going to round second. He's headed for third, and he's got a triple. Brayton Tillman puts it out on the warning track and has a triple to right.
Tillman also scored the Cavs' first run of the season on Carson Windishausen's grounder to second.
And he grounds it over towards second. One runs in. Throw over to first. They got Windishausen, but that's an RBI ground out.
Xavier Bemnister scored the Cavs' second run on Cole Timon's sacrifice fly to right.
And the pitch. High fly ball out into right field. Right fielder's under it. He makes the catch. Tagging and coming in to score is Bemnister.
After Tillman tripled in the fourth, Carter Veith singled to right to drive Tillman home.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball past the glove of the first baseman out into right field, and in to score is Brayton Tillman.
In the fifth inning, with the bases loaded, Bemnister dropped a base hit down the left field line, driving in Riley Gopinski and Trenton Palmer.
There's a line shot out into left field. It falls in along the line. 2 runs come in to score, and Bemnister with a 2 RBI single.
Then in the seventh inning, Carson Windishausen smacked a ball to left field that looked for all the world like it was out of the park. Most of the spectators thought so. Yours truly thought so, and Windishausen, who had already started his home run trot, thought so. But Mother Nature had other ideas, and the wind blowing in from the outfield kept the ball from sailing out. Instead, it bounced off the fence. By the time Windishausen realized what had happened, the ball was already on its way to make the tag and get Windishausen out.
Fly ball, that one's deep. It's way back, and it's out of here. A home run. No, they're saying the ball was in play, and they tagged him out at first.
Where did it go?
I am totally dumbfounded. I thought I saw it through the left field fence.
Yeah,
He was in his home run trot.
And the left fielder turned his back and started to run towards the fence. And I had the camera out there, but I didn't see it go
It
over.
sure looked to me like it got out. It was into the teeth of the wind, which has picked up in the late innings.
All right.
Getting the start for the Cavaliers and picking up the win was Eli Rathke, who went 5 1/3 innings without giving up a hit or an earned run. He struck out 7. Coming in pitching effective relief was Lucas Cosley, who went 3 2/3 innings of scoreless ball while striking out 6. Now the Lumberjacks are coming off a 9-1 victory over the defending CRBL Northern Division champion Tilden Tigers. The Jacks were led in that win by Jake Varsho, who went 2 for 4, scoring a run and picking up 2 RBI. He was followed by Blake Tripler, who went 2 for 5, including a double, scored a run, and also had 2 RBI. Matt Martineau also picked up 2 RBI and scored twice while going 1 for 4. On the mound, Tyson Lucas picked up the win by going 6 innings and allowing only 3 hits. Dylan Waters finished things off by pitching the final 3 innings and allowing only 1 hit. With only 1 game in, the Cavaliers are currently being led at the plate by Brayton Tillman, who's hitting at a .500 pace, including a triple. He's followed by both Cole Timon and Carter Veith, who are batting .333. The leading pitcher thus far for the Cavaliers is Eli Rathke, who had an ERA of 0.00 in 5 1/3 innings pitched and is averaging nearly 1.5 strikeouts per inning. Lucas Cosley is currently sporting an ERA of 2.45 and is averaging over 1.5 strikeouts per inning pitched. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Ryan Bemnister's perspective as we chat with him on the Ryan Bemnister Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
The Goat Coffee House on Water Street in Eau Claire presents The Ryan Bemnister Show, where Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, The Ryan Bemnister Show.
Today we're at the Goat Coffee House on Water Street in Eau Claire, talking with Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister. And Ryan, today the Cavaliers will continue the defense of their Chippewa River Baseball League title when they take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doublehetter. But before we get to that game, last Sunday the Cavaliers opened their 2025 campaign with a 9-4 win over the Whitehall Whitetails. Your comments about that game?
Oh, I think you could see the rust on the boys a little bit defensively. We had a couple of errors and a few too many walks, a couple hit by pitches, but overall the pitching was great. Only holding them 2 hits when they're in the zone. It just, like I said, a couple walks and a couple of hits kind of hurt us a little bit, but you could see the bats were a little not woken up yet, but we got some clutch hits when we needed to. And overall, just being shorthanded, we only had 11 guys, 2 of the 20 guys we have coming. So, I'd take a 9-4 win with 11 guys, only using 2 pitchers. So,
now there were some pretty positive performances that you kind of hinted at last Sunday. The one that really comes to mind is Brayton Tillman, who went 2 for 4 and scored 3 times. What can you tell us about Tillman and some other performances that caught your eye?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to see him. We watched him all year at UW Eau Claire and stuff, and we knew he could hit the ball. He's been kind of up and down with those guys a little bit, I think. Getting some spot starts here and there, but I think his comfort level's pretty good with us. And you could see it when he had a triple. He came over. He said that one felt good off his bat, and I said it looked good off your bat. Of course. And so it was just nice to see him smile on his face and having a good time. And those Eau Claire guys, him and Veith, too, him getting his first hit as a Cav was kind of cool, He played really well. We had Lucas Costa coming back from a year away was really nice to see how he threw for 4 innings there. And Rathke was already, he was ready, 3 months ago to pitch for us. He kept on texting me all the time about how prepared he is. And it was good to see how well he pitched, the 6-7 strikeouts he had and the 5+ innings he threw. And, and then we just the veteran guys, came through in the clutch. Hobb had that big hit with the bases loaded that we needed, and Cole had another big hit for us. It was a hit, but also he drove in a run with a fly ball in the first inning too. So it's good to see those guys doing those kind of things. Leaders do what leaders do, and young guys are having fun. So.
And one of the big plays was an almost, and that was Carson Windeshausen's almost home run. Had me fooled.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't see it, please go and see it. And when you see Carson, make fun of him for a few minutes on that one. Yeah, he had a big hit, and it was a single with an out. But it was
That's what happens when you go into the home run trot before you're supposed to.
Yeah, everybody fooled him. There's maybe 2 or 3 guys in the stadium that was watching it, knowing that it might not make it, and by the time we realized that, unfortunately for him, he was rounding first base very slowly. So that's really too. I mean, I'm glad you brought it up because his dad's gonna make fun of him for a long time. The guys, I think, have been razzing him all week long. So, I can't wait for the game today.
Well, maybe if he actually clears the fence today in one of the games, that might put an end to that.
Yes, if he does, yes, he's got a goal in place for him for the game. Yes.
Now, in addition, the Cavaliers did have, and you again alluded to this, some outstanding pitching performances by Eli Rathke and Lucas Costley. They combined to come within 2 outs of a combined no-hitter. That'd be a great way to start the season, throwing a no-hitter. Your comments about what we should look forward to with Cavalier pitching this year?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg we still got 3-4 guys coming for arms and things like that. And if you could throw a rotation out there with having those 2 guys in it and throw 2 or 3 more other college guys in it, we're going to be pretty tough to beat in each game that we play in. So, it was just really good to see, especially Lucas. We knew Eli healthy and pitched last year and all stuff, but Lucas didn't really pitch last year. I think he threw 1 game for us, and it was only a couple of innings. Outside of that, he wasn't doing very much, and he's reinvigorated and ready to go. So that was really, really special to see those 2 guys back to back.
And we know from 2 years ago that he's absolutely got the stuff. He was the leading pitcher 2 years ago and was lights out. And so now he's trying to make that comeback. And last Sunday, it sure looked like he had what it takes.
Yes, he did. He's a fun little fireball, and he's getting mature in his older age, if you want to call him older age. But you could see it. He knew what pitches he could throw for strikes, and he knew what pitches he couldn't, and that's why he went straight fastball against those guys, basically. And
I was going to say the fastball didn't lose any speed either.
No, it picked up and moved more, if anything. So.
Now, even with that win last weekend, the Cavaliers were without some of the key components to this season's roster. Who are we looking to arrive following their collegiate seasons?
Milner and Knickerbocker will be back. St. Mary's is done, so those 2 gentlemen will be back and ready for the games. And then Logan Hesselman, who was missing from the first one, they need a little break from baseball, which is completely understandable and
well, especially
everything.
Since he had played the day before.
Well, yeah, not only the day before, but he played like 95% of the games for Eau Claire.
Yeah,
the guy needs a break. So good for him to rest it up. He'll be joining us, and we're still waiting on a couple guys waiting to get with school. But those are the 3 main pieces that will be coming back for this game here. So we got a returning third baseman for us, Cade Mueller. Was with us last year. We're hoping to have him back for these games, if not these games, next week. And then a couple of new guys. So
now, you kind of appears after last game to have a corner on the catching in the CRBL with Knickerbocker, who was probably the leading catcher in the CRBL. He made the All-Star team, and now with Carter Veith coming in, who caught a really strong game last week. You don't have much to worry about back there behind the plate.
No, just figure out which one's going to start or catch for which guys. Basically, is all it's going to be. And when that guy is not catching, whoever it's going to be, Sam or Carter or the other guy, they're going to be in the lineup hitting. You can't take a bat like theirs out of the lineup regardless. So when they're not catching, they're going to be hitting, and that's just another piece for us in the lineup. It gives me a good luxury to have. And then, obviously, with how good both the backstops are, it's going to be tough to run on us. There's not a lot of pass balls getting by those guys, and especially with Sam. Carter's new, so he's kind of laid back a little bit. But we all know Sam. He's not laid back at all. So we get that energy
in more
level
ways
back.
than one.
Yeah. So we get that energy level back. It'll be a lot of fun to see him. So.
And you're kind of fortunate in that the CRBL uses the extra hitter rule.
Yeah.
And so that also leaves a spot in there for somebody like Cole Timon or Jerome Delikowski. If they don't happen to be in the game, you've got several other people that can fill in that extra spot.
Yeah, definitely, and it is a good luxury to have with that extra hitter in the league. It's smart to utilize it sometimes when you got a bunch of guys in the roster. You're looking to, when you got 7-8 guys hitting the ball really well, you want to do that. But if you're kind of down in the dumps a little bit with struggling, you just take that extra hitter out. You can still bat 9 guys and turn that lineup over quicker to the guys that are hitting the ball. But yeah, it's nice to have that just to get more guys playing time.
Now today the Cavaliers are going to play 2 against the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. What can you tell us about the Jacks?
That young team, they're good. They made a run last year in the WBA. They had a couple wins there, I think. They were just outside the top 4 for the CRBL, and I think they got a couple of new kids coming in that's going to solidify their lineup. I think. You know me, I don't weigh a lot on what the other team has. I'm more worried about what I have to worry about. But from the sounds of what's going on in the league, they've already won a couple games this year and really look good. And they'll be a tough out like they always are. And
they knocked off the defending North champion Tilden Tigers, and that's something for them.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take these early games for what Not everybody's at full force.
Right.
We're still, like you just asked about the guys coming back from college that we didn't have last weekend. We only played with 11 guys last weekend. I think Tilden only plays those guys with 9 guys, 9 or 10.
Okay.
I'm talking to those guys out there. Teams are a different team later in the season because they're at full force.
Right.
Especially guys like Tilden, Osseo, Bears, us. We rely heavy on college guys coming.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't take too much into read too much into what that is. But yeah, good for them for the good win against Tilden, and we already know they're a good team regardless. So yeah, we'll see what we get against them and go from there. I still got to put 9-10 guys out there to beat them. So
who's going on the hill today?
Game 1, we're going to go with Rafke. Obviously, he's ready to go again. Energy level is there. Texted me last night.
And he's had a week off.
Yeah, a full week off. We're gonna. I liked, and you and I talked about this earlier. I like that combination of Eli and Lucas right now until we stretch him out, just because, Eli's a power pitcher like Lucas is, but it's a different level for both those guys and how the ball moves and where they place it and things like that. So. I think we're going to go Eli first game, and then Millie's going to pitch the second game for us because he's back and fully rested through a bullpen a couple days ago, said everything feels good. So, yeah, we're ready for him to be back, and he'll take game 2 for us.
Any thoughts about taking Costley and turning him into a closer since you don't have your last season closer coming back?
I think we're going to approach that a little differently, and we're going to let these guys just roll out as long as they can and go after it and hope that we don't have to be in too many save situations.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we will. We've got an idea for one of the kids if we need to have somebody come in and get 3 outs for us. But as of right now, I think we want to focus on stretching Lucas out, getting him back in the starting rotation, because when you get Cooper Dykes back, you throw Rafke, Dykes, Milner, and Costley out there 1, 2, 3, 4 before we even get to anybody else. With the games we play, that's going to be a tough 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great. So Ryan, good luck on today's doubleheader. First doubleheader of the season, and hopefully the Cavs will be able to get the brooms out and maybe pull off a sweep.
Hope so.
You've been tuned to the Ryan Bempnister Show, presented by the Goat Coffee House on Water Street in Eau Claire, with Cavalier manager Ryan Bempnister's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned. More of In the Dugout is coming right up.
Welcome back to In the Dugout as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's doubleheader between the CRBL champion Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. Now let's take a moment to examine what kind of start the Chippewa River Baseball League is off to. The CRBL had 4 games scheduled for last weekend, with the Cadott Red Sox taking a 9-3 decision over the Jim Falls Sturgeons. It was the Eau Claire Cavaliers topping the Whitehall Whitetails 9-4, while the Bloomer Woodticks defeated the Tilden Tigers 5-4. In addition, it was the Osseo Merchants picking up the 9-2 win over the Beef River Bullfrogs. Now, even though it's quite early in the season, the current CRBL standings are as follows. In the North Division, tied for first place at 1-0 are the Cadott Red Sox and the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. In third place, we find the 1-1 Bloomer Woodticks tied with the Jim Falls Sturgeons, and in fifth place are the 0-2 Tilden Tigers. In the South Division, it's the Eau Claire Cavaliers, the Eau Claire Bears, and the Osseo Merchants, all tied at 1-0 for first place. There's also a 3-way tie for fourth, as the Augusta Athletics, the Beef River Bullfrogs, and the Whitehall Whitetails are at 0-1. The CRBL has 2 doubleheaders scheduled for today. In addition to the Cavaliers hosting the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks at Carson Park, the Osseo Merchants will travel to Grudem Field in Jim Falls to face the Jim Falls Sturgeons. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Today on Cavalier Profile, we're talking with Carson Windeshausen. And Carson, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you've played ball, where you grew up, and different levels of ball that you've played and so on.
Yeah, my name's Carson Windeshausen. I'm from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Played here my whole life. Played Little League for Lowe's Creek, all the way through the A's organization, middle school ball, played for Memorial. Had a pretty good state run my senior year, and then transitioned to the CRBL. I played for the Eau Claire Rivermen for 2 years, and then transitioned to the Cavaliers after I played a summer in Palm Springs, California. And for the last 4 years, I've been playing for the Eau Claire Blue Golds.
And how did this season go for you with the Blue Golds?
It's been a little shaky this year, not going to lie. Had a couple solid wins against some MIAC teams, but we play in the toughest conference in the nation, so it's a little difficult facing some top 10 teams every other weekend. So
True. Yeah. And then when it comes to this summer, of course, you're going to be on one of the top teams, defending the crown from last year.
That's right.
What's that going to be like? How's that going to make it different?
I feel like with this organization, there's a couple differences. Team camaraderie is always great, and our culture is definitely somewhere that I feel like it's in a good place. As far as the Blue Golds wise, very good as well. But I also think maybe the competition in the CRBL, we're more of the top dog of the conference as far as our team goes.
And everybody's going to bring their A game.
That's right. Everybody's going to bring their A game.
So when you're not playing baseball, what are some other things that keep you occupied or interested?
I love to go fishing at my cabin every other weekend, when we're not playing, of course. I have to say going to the gym, spending time with family, girlfriend, all that stuff keeps me really busy. So.
All right, our signature question, pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
I'm going to do pie ice cream cake.
You got them all in one. Burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Burgers.
And what do you want on that burger?
I'm going to do onions, ketchup, tomatoes, and mustard.
Okay. All right. Favorite Major League team?
Brewers, of course.
All right.
Yep.
Now, if you could sit down with somebody from baseball's history, be it a present player or somebody that's been involved with baseball in the past, who would that be and why?
I'd have to say Dusty Baker. I think he's been around the game probably more than anybody else. And, I think he's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of game calling, gameplay, pitching rotation, and all that stuff that I'd be really interested in.
Now, if Carson could have a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
I'd probably say super speed. Be able to see the ball a little better and slow things down.
Okay.
In the game, it gets fast here and there, so it'd be nice to slow it down a little bit.
Now, if you could control time like that, you have to have a superhero name to go with that power. What would Carson's superhero name be?
I'd have to say Windy Speed.
Windy Speed, all right. We can go with that. We're talking with Carson Windeshausen on Cavalier Profile. And how about a shout out to your family and friends that come to watch you?
Absolutely. Love to shout out Emmy Midbrod, Andrea Groshek, Brad Windeshausen, and everybody else who comes to the Cavs game. Really appreciate you and appreciate your time.
And when people do come to Cavalier games, remind us about what number that you wear and where we're going to find you on the field.
32 on the field and first base.
All right, we want to thank Carson Windeshausen for joining us today on Cavalier Profile. Coming up next, more of In the Dugout.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more In the Dugout coming right up.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day's a new opportunity.
That's cool. Your hand's gotten so Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love, your mind.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today, the Cavaliers will continue their defense of their Chippewa River Baseball League title. They're hosting the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a CRBL twin bill. Now, today, the Cavaliers should have most of their collegiate players back, and that's a relief to manager Ryan Bemnister as it gives him more options. And with today presenting a doubleheader, options are a good thing. So the Cavaliers are ready to take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, and we're going to have all the action of both games for you right here on NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, I'll be joining the rest of our broadcast crew at historic Carson Park in Eau Claire as we get ready for today's doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. That's coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
You've been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Stay tuned! Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air.
Hopper back to Milner, throws second for 1, over to first. And they got him a 1-6-3 double play.
NLWN-TV proudly presents today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Join us as the Cavaliers attempt to defend their Chippewa River Baseball League Championship.
And a no-hitter for Andrew Milner.
And now, out to the ballpark for Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball.
And good afternoon. Rick Olson here with you, along with Jay Fall, sitting on my left side here with color commentary and some play-by-play today. Ben Ryder on the computer, and steady as ever, Dan Petchow on the camera. We brought the A-team today. I'll tell you. Jay, welcome to the press box up here at Carson Park. It's a great view of the ballpark.
Yeah, I've been up here as a guest, but not for a whole game, so I'm looking forward to this, and it's a beautiful afternoon for baseball. So expecting that it's going to be a great one.
And the wind is blowing in, so if Carson Windishausen hits one like he did last week, it's not getting out of here then either. But we have a great pair of games today for you. It's the Cavaliers, who are 1-0 in the CRBL, are taking on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader, and they are also 1-0 in the CRBL. The Cavs defeated the Whitehall Whitetails last week, while 2 weeks ago the Lumberjacks defeated the Tilden Tigers. And that was actually quite an upset for the Lumberjacks, as Tilden is the defending North Division champions. So, Jay, why don't you give us a rundown on who's playing in today's game?
Okay, first for the visiting Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. Their leadoff hitter is number 9, Tyson Lucas, and we'll see him at second base. Following him is number 7, C.J. Varsho. He'll be out in center field when the Lumberjacks are on defense. Jake Varsho, number 21, is in the third position. He plays shortstop for the Lumberjacks. And the designated hitter in the cleanup position, number 15, Austin Miller. And the fifth batter is Matt Martineau, the left fielder, wearing number 11. Blake Logering, the first baseman, number 28, in batting number 6. Number 7, Preston Alger, wearing number 1, playing third base. Blake Tripler, number 14, is batting 8th. He plays in right field. Bo Snyder, the Lumberjacks catcher, at number 30 in the 9th position. And the extra hitter, the Lumberjacks are using today in position 10, will be E.J. Frio. He wears number 19. Dylan Waters on the mound for the Lumberjacks. For the Cavaliers, Brayton Tiltman will start out in the leadoff position. He'll be playing center field on defense. Xavier Bemnister in the second position, number 4. At third base, Logan Hesselman batting third, and he's the first baseman, playing with number 10. Sam Knickerbocker in the cleanup position. He is the catcher and wearing number 35. Carson Windishausen wearing number 32, the right fielder, batting number 5, followed by Jerome Delikowski, the designated hitter, number 44. Ashton Crowell, the shortstop for the Cavs, at number 28, batting 7th. Behind him then is Lucas Costley, number 8. He will be at second base. And the 9th position batter is Trenton Palmer, wearing number 22. He'll be in left field. Pitching for the Cavs today, Eli Rathke, number 7.
Well, I tell you, Jay, I had to do a double take on the Cavalier roster, or Cavalier lineup there, when I saw number 8 Lucas Costley out at second base. Lucas Costley makes his trade as a pitcher, and I don't know that I've seen him defensively. I've seen him hit a couple of times, but I don't know that I've ever seen him actually in the lineup as a defensive player. So this will be interesting to see how Lucas fares out at second base. He's quite an athlete. I suspect he'll do just fine out there.
Today, by the way, is Play It Again Sports and Guarding Against Cancer Day at Carson Park. We're going to have a special guest during Game 2 of today's game. And with Bob Lesniewski, and he's going to come up and talk about the Guarding with Cancer and the fundraising efforts that they're going to have. And I think public address announcer Steve Kent is just about ready. I do see umpires down. Larry Durkop is one of them. And somebody else behind the plate, because and I think Steve Kent's trying to find out who the other. And now they're going to have the managers meeting out at home plate. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is, while we're waiting for things to get started, we're going to take this time out on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ball game.
Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, May 18th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:30 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 18th on NLWN-TV.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
And we're back here at Carson Park getting ready for today's doubleheader. The managers and umpires are meeting out at home plate. Umpires for today's game behind the plate, Jackson Liedl. I can't even read my own writing here. And Larry Durkop will be out on the bases. And we'll turn it over now to Steve Kent, who is going to give you the starting lineups.
Okay, Chippewa River Baseball League doubleheader. Matchup between the 1-0 Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks and your 1-0 Eau Claire Cavaliers. The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to remind you that attending this event is a privilege. With this privilege comes a responsibility to conduct oneself in a manner where the game is enjoyable for all fans and participants. Failure to behave in such a manner will result in removal from this facility. Let us remember to show pride in our teams and community by demonstrating good sportsmanship toward all players, coaches, fans, and officials. Thank you. Foul balls are the property of Eau Claire Cavaliers Baseball Club. Please return all foul balls to the souvenir stand, which is located on the third baseline. There you'll receive a $1 token good for use at the souvenir stand. As a friendly reminder, Carson Park Baseball Stadium is a non-smoking facility. If you must smoke, we ask that you please leave the stadium. Again, there's no smoking in Carson Park Baseball Stadium. Thank you. Finally, all fans, especially those in the bleachers, are reminded, you're at a baseball game. All balls are into the stands at a high rate of speed. We ask that you remain alert at all times. Today's Playing Against Sports, Guarding Against Cancer starting lineups, beginning with the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. Leading off, playing second base, number 9, Tyson Lucas. Batting second, the center fielder, number 7, CJ Marshall. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 21, Jacob Marshall. Heading forward, the designated hitter, number 15, Austin Miller. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 11, Matt Martineau. Batting sixth, the first baseman. Number 28, Blake Woodring. Hitting 7th, the third baseman. Number 1, Preston Alger. Batting 8th, playing right field. Number 14, Blake Trippler. Batting 9th, the catcher. Number 30, Bo Snyder. And hitting 10th, the extra hitter. Number 19, RJ Freed. Pitching for the Lumberjacks is number 32, Dylan Waters. Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks are managed by Nolan Hutzler. Now, the Play Against Sports, Guarding Against Cancer starting lineup for your own 2025 Eau Claire Cavaliers. Leading off and playing center field, number 11, Brayton Tillman. Batting second, the third baseman, number 4, Xavier Memister. Hitting third and playing first base, number 10, Logan Hesselman. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 35, Sam Niederbacher. Batting fifth, and playing right field, number 32, Carson Windeshausen. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, number 44, the big sexy Jerome Wachowski. Hitting seventh, the shortstop, number 28, Ashton Kroll. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 8, Lucas Crossley. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 22, Trenton Palmer. And pitching to the Eau Claire Cavaliers, number 7, the Prophet, Eli Bradley. The Cavs are managed by Ryan Emerson. He's assisted by Ryan Meyer and Brian Page. Today's officials for today's 2-7-inning games are on the bases, Mr. Larry Durkoff. And behind home plate, Sir Jackson Ladle. Now, would you please rise, remove your hats, and honor America for the flag of our national anthem.
And we're about ready to play some ball today with the playing of the national anthem. You know, when I was a kid, Jay, I think I was like many other kids, and I always figured the last 2 words of the national anthem were play ball.
Yeah, they go together.
Speaking of playing ball, we have a couple first pitch throwers. Tyler Gurney is throwing a first pitch. Hey, that was a pretty nice shot.
Yeah, it was.
Caught the outside corner.
And now heading out there is the representative from Guarding Against Cancer, Bob Lesniewski. Bob will be up talking with us during game 2, and he's going to try from the rubber. Attaboy, Bob.
He warmed up and everything.
No, he's not going to do it.
Waves that off.
That wise move, Bob. There we go. So taking a quick look at the Cavaliers defensively, over at third base is Xavier Bemnister. Ashton Kroll is at second. Lucas Costley, already talked about that a little bit, is over at second base. Kroll's at shortstop. You know, you'd think after the number of years I've been doing this, and let's send it back down to Bob.
As introduced, I'm Bob Lesniewski. I have cancer. Janet is a cancer survivor. Thank you. Cancer research is important to us. So today, I want to thank Ryan, the Eau Claire Cavaliers. I want to thank Play It Against Sports for giving us an opportunity to make cancer research and awareness for you, and of course our need for financial resources. So everybody that came in today, most of you got a postcard. On that postcard is a QR code. I would appreciate it if you take your phone, go on that QR code, and donate us some money. If you're like me, technology is not your thing, Janet and I are going to walk through with some buckets, and certainly we would appreciate your contributions. And finally, we have a golf outing on June the 20th. We raise money for cancer research. We have 30 spots left for our golf outing. We'll have 144 golfers that'll be playing. Last year, we had 120 golfers. Last year, we raised $78,000 for cancer research. This year, we'll have 144 golfers. My goal is to raise $100,000 for cancer research. You can help us achieve that goal today. Last words. Thinking about making a donation, I would appreciate that. People that are doing cancer research would appreciate your thoughtfulness and generosity. And the people who are going to be getting cancer in the future would appreciate your donation today. May God bless you people. Hey, let's play some baseball!
Bob Lesniewski with some words from Guarding Against Cancer, and you can tell he's really passionate about it, Jay.
Oh, he sure is. And yeah, cancer research is really important to fund, that's for sure. So help out if you can.
I know as soon as he mentioned the golf outing, Dan's eyes opened real wide, and he's kind of the Northern Light Webcasting designated golfer. So maybe when Bob comes up here during game 2, we'll find out a little more about that and see if we can't get Dan set up with that outing. Again, continuing with the Cavaliers defensively, we were at Lucas Costley at second base. Logan Hesselman over at first base behind the plate. Sam Knickerbocker coming back from St. Mary's in Winona as their season has now ended. So it's good to see Sam back behind the plate. Trenton Palmer, Brayton Tillman, and Carson Windeshausen out in the outfield going from left to right. Cavaliers still with a little bit of a thin bench as they're still waiting for some collegiate players to get back and some players to get healthy. Also available today for Ryan Bemnister is Bryson Gatch and Andrew Milner. And I'm looking, I know there's a couple more on there, but I don't remember exactly who they were. Stepping in, leading things off is Tyson Lucas for the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, and he follows the first pitch off back into the screen for strike one. Rathke delivers. That just missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rathke comes into the game with a 0.00 earned run average. And the pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. He has a 1-0 record. He threw 5 1/3 innings last week. Did not allow any hits. That was high for ball 3. Also didn't allow any runs and struck out 7. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Count goes full to Tyson Lucas, the second baseman. And that pitch was inside for ball 4. So Lucas draws a leadoff walk, and it brings up C.J. Varsho.
8 seconds for the Lumberjacks. Center fielder, number 7, C.J. Varsho.
And again, we don't have any numbers for Chippewa. We have a little bit of anecdotal information. First pitch to Varsho is high. Rathke looking in, checking over at first. And that missed outside. As we mentioned last Sunday, Rathke takes about an inning to find the strike zone. Then when he gets dialed in, he's lights out. And the pitch, outside. Three balls, no strikes. And the pitch, outside. 4-pitch walk to C.J. Varsho. So now we have runners at first and second, and it brings up Jake Varsho. In the game against Tilden, Varsho went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, a walk, and scored a run. Here's the first pitch. That's a strike called at the letters. Rathke looks at second. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike 2. Pretty good good lead out at second being taken by Tyson Lucas. Now he shortens it up a little bit as Jake Varsho steps into the batter's box. And the pitch. That missed down low, knocked down by Knickerbocker. And the pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, 2 on. We're in the top of the first. And the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball out towards left center field. Ranging under it is Palmer, and he makes the catch. So that's 1 away. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Austin Miller.
Number 15, Austin Miller.
Rathke delivers. It's down low for a ball. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 on. That's Tyson Lucas over at second. And C.J. Varsho at first. And the 1-1 pitch is outside for ball 2. And the pitch. That was inside for ball 3. Hitter's pitch now for Austin Miller. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Getting back is Tillman. He makes a catch. Runner tags. Heading for third. And throw to first. And they got him at first. So Miller flies out to center field, and then Varsho is thrown out 8-6-3. And no score. After a half inning, it's the Lumberjacks, it's nothing, and the Cavaliers coming to bat on NLWN-TV.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
So we're going to head into the bottom half of the first inning after an outstanding defensive play by Cavaliers that long fly ball to Tillman, and he threw it in. And young players, this is why you always hit the cutoff man, because he hit Kroll as the cutoff man, and they weren't going to get Lucas, who had tagged and was heading to third. But C.J. Varsho had a long ways to go to get back to first, and Kroll fired it over to first, and they made the put out. So, due up for the Cavaliers in the bottom of the first, Brayton Tillman, followed by Xavier Bemnister, and then Logan Hesselman. Although it's early in the season, Tillman's batting .500. And here's the first pitch, and there's a pop-up, kind of out in a no man's land, and it falls in. Let's see what they mark up on the scoreboard for that one, because I think they're going to give him a hit.
Yeah, it's pretty likely. Three defensive players there, and just watched it hit the turf.
We're going to put it down as a hit. They got the third baseman, Alger, got turned around and came close to making a play, but wasn't able to. So that brings up Xavier Bemnister, batting .250 on the season. And that's a called strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Inside, down to second goes Tillman, and the ball goes out to center field. Tillman heads over to third. It's going to be an error on the throw. It was pretty much wide of the mark. So Tillman gets credit with a stolen base and then goes to third on the error on the throw. The count is 1-1 to Bemnister. That's down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's a fly ball out into shallow left field, and perfect throw coming in. Tillman decided wisely not to go. It's going to bring up Logan Hesselman in his first appearance as a Cavalier. Playing first base today. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Dylan Waters on the mound for the Lumberjacks. He went 3 innings in that game against Tilden and allowed only 1 hit. Pitch is outside for a ball. And there's a high pop-up out into left center field. Coming in is Elger, or check that, Martineau, and his throw to the plate was quite high, but fortunately for the Lumberjacks, Dylan Waters was backing up the play, so Tillman did not have a chance to come in and score. So now with 2 down and a runner on third brings up Sam Knickerbocker. His first appearance of the season for the Cavs, and the first pitch is a called strike. Last year, Knickerbocker was the leading hitter for the Cavaliers. There's a flared foul just out of play on the left side. Here's the wind in the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. That's going to find the gap. Maybe. No. Getting over there is Tyson Lucas and making the catch on a long fly ball by Knickerbocker. And the Cavaliers, although they get a runner over to third, come away without any runs. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We've played an inning and we're scoreless from Carson Park on NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Going into the top of the second inning, leading off for the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, Matt Martineau. He'll be followed by Blake Logering and Preston Alger.
Be sure to join us on NLWN-2 for our coverage of vintage baseball as we bring you the Menominee Blue Caps playing baseball in the style of the 1860s on Monday, June 23rd. We'll bring you our coverage of the Blue Caps taking on the Flat Rock Bear Clan out of Michigan. And
what a name!
And the Fillmore Fungi gets even better from Minnesota, all taking place at the Menominee Baseball Festival. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock on NLWN-2, Monday, June 23rd.
That'll be a lot of fun, I think. Notice it's baseball, two separate words. First pitch is a strike called to Matt Martineau. Yeah, back in the 1860s, it was treated as two words. And a chopper picked up by Rathke, throw over to first, and it's wide of the mark. And I think he would have beat that anyway, because that was an awful high hop that it took. By the time Rathke could get it fielded, I think he's going to get an infield hit on that. Yeah, and they gave him the hit.
Number 28, first baseman, Blake Logering.
It's going to bring up Blake Logering. And there's a strike on the outside corner. If Rathke can control the corners, he's going to be very effective today. And the pitch. That just missed outside. And the pitch. That was so far inside it was almost outside.
Had to duck away from that one.
2 balls and a strike to Blake Logering. And that's a strike call. Throw down to first. It's not in time. Getting back is Martineau. But the count goes to 2-2. Rathke delivers. Line shot foul down the left field line.
Alcohol brought to you by the Good Coffee House, your friendly neighborhood coffee shop located in Eau Claire.
Rathke looks in for the sign, checks over at first. And the 2-2 pitch. It's outside, count goes full. Knickerbocker keeping a close eye on Martineau over at first. Bluffed the throw down that time. And the payoff pitch. And that one got him in the shoulder. So that puts Logering on first, Martineau on second, and Preston Elger comes to the plate.
Thanks, 7. Third baseman, number 1, Preston Elger.
That last pitch was a breaking ball that didn't break. He lays down the bunt, took a high hop, throw to first, that's late. It's like he double clutched on it, and it's going to be a bunt single, and it moved everybody over. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's going to bring up Blake Tripler. In the game against Tilden, Tripler went 2 for 5 with a double, 2 RBI, and scored a run. And he follows that one back into the screen. Easy, Dan. Don't go jumping out after that one.
I was going to ask how many end up, this way.
We have a famous mark on the wall back there when one came screaming through.
Okay.
And that one just missed the outside corner. A ball and a strike to Blake Tripler. And there's a strike called. And now the pitch. Ground ball over to short. Picked up by Crowell, flip to Costley, who dropped the ball. And everybody's going to be safe. That's going to be an error on Costley. And brings in Martineau. And the bases remain full.
Number 30, the catcher, Bo Snyder.
And that first pitch was a ball. Check swing, strike called. Still nobody out. Rathke in a bit of a jam here. And the pitch, swung on a miss, strike 2. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. So Bo Snyder goes down looking. It's going to bring up R.J. Freed, the extra hitter.
For the Lumberjacks, the extra hitter, number 19, R.J. Freed.
There's a strike at the letters. Rathke looks over at third, now delivers. Just missed. Knickerbocker tried to frame it. But Jackson Lytle wasn't going to have any of that. And that was in the dirt outside. 2 balls and a strike.
And the pitch. Line shot into the glove of Kroll, and he's going to take it himself at second base for the double play. So Alger is out at second. And for the Lumberjacks, they pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Cavalier error, and 2 were left on base. So we've played an inning and a half, and it's the Lumberjacks 1, Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
Auto Vision Center in Eau Claire, your source for auto glass repair and replacement. Their quality work comes complete with a lifetime warranty on workmanship. When it comes to windshield repair and replacement, Auto Vision Center provides mobile auto glass services with free estimates. So if your windshield needs help, call Auto Vision Center today. That's Auto Vision Center at 1631 North Claremont in Eau Claire. Call 715-834-5277.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Heading into the bottom part of the second inning, Cavaliers trailing 1-0. Rathke did a decent job of minimizing the damage in that half inning. Actually, another spectacular defensive play. Ashton Kroll, he's been part of both those spectacular defensive plays. He caught the line drive, and Alger had thought it was going to get through, and Kroll beat him back to the bag. Long fly ball by, well, not so long fly ball by Windishausen, and out into left field for out number 1. That's going to bring up Jerome Delikowski. And the pitch. Ground ball over to third. It goes through the wickets. And Delikowski's going to be safe at first. That's going to be an error on the third baseman, Alger. But Delikowski on first. Ashton Kroll still looking for his first hit. And that's a strike on the outside corner. And a ground ball right back to the mound. Throw over to second for 1 and to first for the double play. So Kroll grounds into a 1-4-3 double play, and that'll do it for the Cavaliers. No runs, no hits. There was 1 Lumberjack error and nobody left on base. We've played 2 innings, and it's Lumberjacks 1, Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ball game. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, May 18th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:30 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 18th on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp, Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And this reminder that the summer hours for the Chippewa Valley Museum will begin on May 31st. Check out cvmuseum.com for more information. Also, don't forget that the exhibit Anderson de Yang, along with the traveling exhibit Rocks and Hard Places, are on loan from the Vesterheim Museum in Decorah, Iowa, and they're running through the end of August. To take us through the third, fourth, and fifth inning, here's Jay Fall.
Thanks, Rick. Back to the top of the order for the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. Tyson Lucas, the second baseman, watches one on the outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Rathke sends another one. That's going to go outside as well. 3-0.
Lucas also drew a walk his first appearance.
And he will have another one. So 2 walks for Tyson Lucas. It brings up C.J. Varsho, the center fielder, next.
Who also drew a walk. In fact, Rathke's given up 3 walks, and it's these 2 hitters.
That one fouled toward the Cavs' dugout. Strike 1. Bree still coming in toward home plate. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. So Rathke ahead of the count here on Varsho.
But it sure is a beautiful day for baseball here.
It is. Another one fouled, that one up toward the screen.
They're trying to zero in on you, I think, Jay.
Shouldn't have worn the orange shirt, I suppose. That one tipped off his bat. Into the net. Foul ball. 0-2 to Varsho. Lucas steps back, throw back to first. Varsho gets back. That one again.
And that one's off the front of the press box. Jay, they are aiming at you.
I think so. Well, that one kind of rolled. Yeah, it's right down below here. I could probably reach over and get it, but I really don't want to put us on the news.
That's what we have Dan for. I grab onto his belt and...
And a shot goes to the gap in right center, and that is pulled down by Tillman. So now Jake Varsho steps up to the plate. He is the shortstop for the Lumberjacks. Lucas on first, Austin Miller on deck for the Lumberjacks. And a broken bat. That one goes into right field and will advance the runners. That's a base hit there.
And some kindling wood.
And only one piece to pick up, but it's a good size one.
Yeah, you could get a good campfire started with that.
Well, you bet you can. Break that into a few pieces and you're good to go. Designated hitter Austin Miller.
See if Ben remembers to bring the graham crackers and marshmallows.
That one way outside into the dirt for ball 1.
Miller flew out to center field his last time up.
Next pitch, that one also outside for ball 2. Top of the third, 1-0 Lumberjacks lead the Cavaliers. That one up top for another ball. Three 3-0 count. Runner step off of it. Rathke looks towards second. Throw comes in, a big swing. Strike one. And it was Miller swinging for the fence there. Next pitch, that one's going to go outside, and he'll get a free base. So the bases are loaded for the Lumberjacks as Knickerbocker goes out to talk with Rathke. Join us Sunday, May 18th on NLWN-TV as we bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Hudson River Rats in a non-league game from here at Carson Park. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the In the Dugout show, followed by live play-by-play action right here on NLWN-TV. We'll be able to follow the Cavaliers throughout the 2025 campaign.
Cavaliers and Lumberjacks split last year's doubleheader, with the Lumberjacks winning the first game 3-0. Cavs came back in the nightcap 5-0.
1-0 now as that pitch goes into the dirt. Knickerbocker brushing the sand out of his face. There we go. Bases loaded. Rathke checks third. Here's the pitch. That one high for ball 2.
Martineau got on an infield hit last time up. That was that real high hopper that Rathke fielded. He just didn't have a chance to make the play at first.
And that ball out into right field. A run's going to score. Throw goes in, and it is now 2-0 Lumberjacks. So Blake Logering is at bat now, and he he was hit by a pitch the last time he was up.
Yeah, we've got Matt Martineau coming up lame, like he's grabbing his hamstring.
Kind of walking around like me.
Yeah, but he's a lot younger than either one of us. We have an excuse for walking like that. Well, we have a pinch runner out there, but I have no idea who it is.
Yeah, you got the warm-up jersey on, and we can't see a number. That ball outside?
We'll have to check with Steve Kent and see if he gets any word on who that is.
1-0 count. Base is still loaded. And a fly ball out into left field. Getting under it is Palmer, and he gets it and throws it in. Nice throw. Makes it into the catcher and holds Varsho at third.
Yeah, Varsho made a very wise decision not to come because that ball was right on the money. The runner for Martineau, by the way, is Ryan Krummenauer.
Now Preston Alger. 2 outs for the Lumberjacks of Chippewa Falls. That pitch way outside into the dirt. Ball 1.
Alger got on a bunt single his first time up.
Base is still loaded. All the Lumberjacks stepping a few feet off. Look to third. And that one right down the middle for a strike. 1-1, 2 outs for the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. They lead the Cavs 2-0. And that pitch going right up the center, and a run will score going out into center field. Throw going to third for the pinch runner, and they get him there.
Now we got to see if they're going to allow this run at the second run, because that was pretty close. And I'm not sure.
Yeah, they haven't put it on there yet. Yeah, now they did. Yep, so
they did allow both runs.
Yep.
Okay.
So in the top of the third, there were 3 runs scored off 2 hits and nobody left. The score at the end, in the middle of the third, is the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks 4, the Eau Claire Cavaliers nothing. You're watching Cavaliers baseball on NLWN-TV.
If you're buzzed and doing this,
he did sing
to make yourself feel okay to drive.
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that? Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Welcome back to Carson Park. We're in the bottom of the third now. Cavaliers are up, and Lucas Cosley, second baseman, is his first time at the plate today, and he'll watch one go right over the middle for strike 1.
He's not the typical pitcher who can't hit the ball. He's actually, a few times he's gotten to bat, he's been fairly successful, although he's looked at 2 pitches here that have been strikes.
Yep, that one caught the outside corner. And another one coming in. That one was close too, but it's a ball. 1-2. Lumberjacks up 4-0, and the pitch, that one chopped up high, goes to the mound, thrown out at first to, and it is, that went to Logering, and so we've got 1 out. So Trenton Palmer rounds out the Cavaliers lineup for his first trip to the plate.
Still looking for his first hit of the season as a Cavalier.
And that one catches outside. Strike 1. In comes the second, even more outside, and the count's even, 1-1.
Good thing Palmer wasn't a right-handed hitter. Would have gone right into his hip.
Yep. That one high and outside for ball 2. That one thrown outside for ball 3. 3-1. That one outside, and a walk for Trenton Palmer.
And that's what the Cavs need right now. They've got to get runners on base.
Now, Brayton Tillman, the center fielder, up. The last time he was up, he had a single and got to second on an error and stole third.
Other way around, but that's okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he stole second and he threw the ball into center field, and that's what put him on third.
And that one, the fly ball goes out to left field, and it is fielded by Martineau for the second out.
That's the fourth put out by Martineau on a fly ball.
Xavier Bemnister in now, or at the plate. Throw goes back to first. Palmer got back. Waters sends one there, and he's going for second, and he's safe.
Second baseman can't believe that call was made. Larry Durkop said he was safe, but I think Larry might have missed one there. I don't want to say it too loudly because that's Dan's boss over here. So.
Well, you said it. It shouldn't get Dan in trouble, but, you know. All right. Getting to learn how things work here at Carson Park. The batter, Xavier Bemnister. And a second strike. 1-2. Bemnister flew out to left the last time he was up. That one chopped to the shortstop. The throw to first. Good, and that wraps up the half inning for the Cavaliers. So in the bottom of the third, no runs, no hits, and one left on. Score at the end of 3 innings of play. The Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks 4, the Eau Claire Cavaliers nothing. You're watching Cavaliers baseball on NLWN-TV.
I'm Chris Jakomick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakomick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
Welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire. A beautiful Saturday afternoon for Cavaliers baseball. The visiting Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks are out in front 4-0 as we begin inning number 4.
Hey fans, don't forget, we got a whole nother game coming up after this one. Get on over here to Carson Park. You can't ask for a much nicer day for baseball.
You bet. Blake Tripler leading off in the 4th inning for the Lumberjacks. That one fouled back.
Right off the window on the press box to the left of us.
Yeah, they seem to be heading this way. I know.
Check your duckability reflexes here, Jay.
There we go. I'm in big trouble. That pitch high, 2-1. Tripler got on base on an error the last time he was up and looked at a strike.
That just caught that inside corner.
Yep. And that one, strike.
It was dropped by Knickerbocker, so he had to make the throw down to first. But it just goes in the book as a strikeout.
Catcher, Bo Snyder.
Catcher Bo Snyder's up.
He struck out looking his last time up.
And watches one go on the outside.
Rathke thought he got the outside corner there, but from up here it looked like he missed it.
Next pitch, that one. He did get the outside corner on that one. 1-1.
That one got another eye roll out of Dan.
And a long ball headed toward left field. Getting under it is Palmer for the first out. Or second out.
What's that they said in Major League? It was too high.
Now coming to the plate for the Lumberjacks, the extra hitter, R.J. Freed. He got a shot to the shortstop who caught it last time he was up.
And then doubled off the runner at second.
Yep. Got Tripler out. And there's another one. Now, do I get the buck if I toss the balls back down there? I don't have any, Cavs swag, so I need to get some.
Dan, I thought you were going to bring your fishing net.
Rick, I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
For those of you that didn't hear that, Dan said he has an idea, and this is scary.
3-1 to Freed, and he's going to take a look at one and get a walk. So we're now back to the top of the order. Tyson Lucas, who got on twice by walks. So Rathke looking to get him something, and that one is high and outside, ball one. Freed a few steps off. In comes the pitch. That one inside. Looks like Lucas was looking toward his ankle on that one. That one low. And that one pointed to his shoulder and said he got hit. Maybe
I think he was trying to get the call on the sleeve there, but no biting by the umpire on that one.
No. That one, strike.
Right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah. 3-1 the count. 2 outs, a runner on first. And that one outside corner. Full count, 3-2.
This is traveling time for Freed over at first. Should be off on the pitch.
Rathke throws. That one fouled off the plate. Still a full count.
Freed didn't really take off like most runners do that time. There he goes.
And that one, a ball high.
Well, if nothing else, Tyson Lucas is consistent.
Yes, he's been on by walk 3 times now.
And Ryan Bemnister is heading out to the mound.
Infield coming in. Join us on NLWN-TV Monday, May 12th. That's this coming Monday as we bring you Colfax Viking baseball. The Vikings will host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. The bullpen show will begin at 4:40 p.m. with the play-by-play action to follow. Well,
Steve Kent just scared the heck out of me being right out in front of me.
A brave man stepping out there to get those foul balls that were resting in front of us. And we're back to real action now.
I don't know, that would have been real action if he misstepped.
That's for sure, yeah. First pitch. High and outside for ball 1.
Action down in the Cavalier bullpen. Bryson Gash is warming up.
And another one outside for ball 2, 2-0. Runners on first and second. Chippewa Falls out in front, 4-0. That one catching the inside corner, strike 1. 2-1. And a swing there by Varsho. 2-2. And a ball out to right field, or sorry, center field for the third out. So for the Lumberjacks, 4th inning, they had no runs, no hits, and 2 left on. No errors by the Cavaliers. Score at the end of 3.5 innings. The Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks 4, the Eau Claire Cavaliers 0. You're watching Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
To learn more or to help financially, find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Being a cowboy, I don't know anything different. I had a very successful career. Life was fast. I was preparing physically. I wasn't doing anything mentally. And then I got hurt. I dug into mental health. I wanted to be better as a person. I start my day with a workout. I live life 8 seconds at a time. Find a place to stop and just breathe. Love your mind.
Logan Hesselman starting off the bottom of the 4th for the Cavaliers. Nice hit out to right center. Good solid base hit to start things off for the Cavaliers. Sam Knickerbocker now up. He'll be followed by Carson Windenshausen.
Hesselman, Knickerbocker, and Windenshausen. If that doesn't sound like a law firm.
And another good ball. That one dropped. It fell short. Martineau ended off his glove. Gets the throw in, but not until the runners advance.
See how they marked that? I think that's going to be an error on Martineau. Yeah, that's what they gave him. So it's a 2-base error.
on Martineau, and it moves Hesselman over to third.
So runners at second and third, no outs. And Lindenhausen
trying to plead his case about being hit by that pitch.
And a high fly ball that is going to be fielded by Alger. And that's the first out for the Cavaliers. Dylan Waters still on the mound. We're going to have a pinch runner.
Or it's a courtesy runner for Knickerbocker.
Riley Gopinski, number 13. So second and third are where base runners are, and Jerome Delikowski takes a crack at that one. That one popped up and can't quite get over to it. Bo Snyder. So that falls foul for strike one.
Landed in the on-deck circle just outside of the Lumberjack dugout.
Oh, that one he swung and missed for strike two. 0-2 count, one out. Runners on second and third. And that one fouled off over the Lumberjacks dugout. Oh, and 2. And that a nice shot to left field. One run will score. And the Cavaliers have one on the board.
Cavs have runners on the corners with Delikowski on first. Be curious to see if Bemnister sends him.
Ashton Crowell, batter for the Cavaliers. First one foul, strike one. Ashton Crowell, last time he was up, started a 1-4, 4-3 double play. And that ball falling into short right field is caught, and the throw into the plate, not in time. And Knickerbocker scores.
That's a sacrifice ball, or sacrifice fly being caught by the second baseman. And Knickerbocker playing it very wisely, just waiting on third for the play to be made. And
so now Lucas Costley at bat for the Cavaliers. He was thrown out at first the last time he batted.
And that wasn't Knickerbocker. It was Kopinski running for Knickerbocker, scoring that run.
Yeah, that's right.
Sam keeps getting credit for things that he doesn't.
That one bounces to the shortstop, and thrown out at second. So for the Cavaliers in the fourth inning, they scored 2 runs off 2 hits. There was a Lumberjacks error, and nobody left on base. So the score at the end of 4 complete innings in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. The Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks 4, the Eau Claire Cavaliers 2. You're watching Cavaliers baseball on NLWN-TV.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. volunteer, advocate, donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/act now.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
Back at Carson Park in Eau Claire, we start the 5th inning, and leading off for the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, Jake Varsho. The shortstop, Varsho, had a hit and flew out to left the first time he was up. So he's 1-2, stepping in now. Looks at a strike, and now a ball, counts even, 1-1. Swung at that one, caught the edge of his bat. It's 1-2. 4-2 Lumberjacks. So we head into the 5th. That ball going toward the Cavs dugout, or the bullpen, I should say. And that'll be strike 2, so 1-2 the count.
Pretty good chase that time being given by Xavier Bemnister over at third and Ashton Kroll at short.
Headed in that direction that time, that one. Flying foul over the top, left side. And that pitch is going to be dropped into the right corner, hits the warning track. He's going to go for 2 of them and ends up with a stand-up double. That's Jake Varsho.
Yeah, landed about 3 feet fair and bounced off the Goodrich trailer side and puts Jake Varsho on second.
Austin Miller now up, and he gets strike 1.
Miller 0 for 1 on the day.
Yep, walked and flew out to center. That one a very high pop-up and trying to go get it, and it is fielded.
That's Hesselman.
By Hesselman, yeah. So
that's bringing up Ryan Krummenauer, who's in for Matt Martineau, who came up a little lame after his last base hit.
Ball 1.
Martineau had a 2-hit game going for him.
That one high for ball 2, 2-0. Rathke taking a look at second. And that one, ball 3-0. And that one, a strike.
Right down the middle of Water Street.
Yeah. Check second, throw comes in, and got him swinging on that one. Full count. In comes the throw. He's got to dodge it a little bit, and he's going to get a free walk to first. So Blake Logering, Lumberjacks first baseman, now up with runners at first and second. Just one out here in the top of the fifth. And that ball, a line shot over the third base coach's box. Strike one. Rathke takes a quick look at second. And that one goes into the dirt. But Knickerbocker there to knock it down and get it back out to the mound.
It's Jake Varsho on second. Ryan Kremenauer on first.
And that pitch, a ball, he had to duck under that one. And again, that one, strike. So it's a 2-2 count. The first baseman, Blake Logering. And struck him out swinging. So that's 2 down for the Lumberjacks in their half of the fifth inning. And that brings Preston Alger to the plate. That one fouled off. Strike one. Two outs, Lumberjacks on first and second. Tips another one off his bat, swinging. That's one. That's strike two. Steps back in. Pitch high down the middle.
Tried to see if you could get him to go after that, chase that high fastball. They look like a beach ball when they're right up at eyeball level.
And another pitch like that. It's going to be 2-2 for the count.
Rathke thought he had it. Bemnister thought he had it. Sam Knickerbocker thought he had it. There's just one guy dressed in blue that didn't.
And he wins. That ball out into left field. Nice base hit now. Bobbling it around a little bit in left field is Palmer, but gets it in. So we have bases loaded and 2 outs.
And we're getting a pitching change, and we'll get it all sorted out right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's
into soccer. She's on the honor roll. She's just not the type.
No way.
No way. No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Now on the mound for the Cavaliers, Bryson Gash. And the numbers on Eli Rathke, he went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 4 runs. He's also responsible for the runners on base. 3 of those runs were earned, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 7 walks.
So Blake Tripler coming up for the Lumberjacks. Bases loaded with 2 outs. New Cavalier pitcher. Gash throws one inside and really close to him, ball 1. That one to the opposite side now. Ball 2. That one high. Ball 3. 2 outs. Bases loaded.
Gash is coming with the fastball. Just needs to find the plate. There it is.
That one, yep, over the inside. Ball 1.
Yeah, he's not doing anything fancy.
Next pitch, that one, 2 inside, and a run is walked in.
So an RBI walk, and that run is the responsibility of Rathke.
And starting out with a strike.
To Bo Snyder.
Snyder struck out and flew to left field the last couple times he was up. That ball inside the left-handed batter's box. Or ball 2, or ball 1, sorry, 1-1. Same place again, ball 2. 2-1, 2 outs. Bases still full. That one just caught the outside corner. Strike 2, 2-2. And struck him out swinging.
That's what fastballs will do for you.
So in the Lumberjacks' 5th inning, 1 run scored off 2 hits. There were no Cavalier errors, and 3 runners are left. At the end of 4.5 innings in Game 1 of today's doubleheader, the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks lead the Eau Claire Cavaliers by a score of 5-2. You're watching Eau Claire Cavaliers baseball on NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game?
Tickets are inexpensive. There's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org. Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, May 18th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:30 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 18th on NLWN-TV.
Trenton Palmer, Brayton Tillman, and Xavier Bedminster to start out the bottom of the fifth for the Eau Claire Cavs as the first pitch outside corner for a strike. And a swing and a miss, strike two, 0-2 count to Trenton Palmer.
Dylan Waters kind of painting the black right now on the plate.
Outside for ball one.
Tried to get that breaking ball to come in, didn't do it.
And a swing and strike three. So that brings Brayton Tillman up, who got on a single and flew out to left the last couple of times to the plate. Cavaliers trail 5-2. We're in the bottom of the fifth. That one fell low for ball one. Next pitch right in there, strike one, 1-1. And that ball goes foul down the first base line. This is game one of a twin bill today. Plenty of time for you to stop out and take in Cavaliers baseball on a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Play it again sports day today at Carson Park, along with Guarding Against Cancer.
And that ball hit out to left field, fielded by Martineau, and we have one out.
Actually, it's not Martineau out there either. That's Krummenauer.
Krummenauer, okay. Two outs, okay.
Jay's getting all kinds of stuff thrown at him here.
Yeah. Two outs. And that ball we passed by the third baseman and shortstop.
It's one of those seeing eye singles.
Yeah. So Cavaliers with a runner on and two outs in the bottom of the fifth. That one way inside at the knees, ball one. Hesselman had a base hit to right field and flew out to left. Got a piece of that one. That one popped up into the infield, looking to get that one. Shortstop Jake Varsho, and he does. And that ends the inning for the Cavaliers. So there are no runs, one hit, no errors by the Lumberjacks, and one left on. After 5 innings of play, the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks lead the Eau Claire Cavaliers 5-2. You're watching Eau Claire Cavaliers baseball on NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Auto Vision Center in Eau Claire, your source for auto glass repair and replacement. Their quality work comes complete with a lifetime warranty on workmanship. When it comes to windshield repair and replacement, Auto Vision Center provides mobile auto glass services with free estimates. So if your windshield needs help, call Auto Vision Center today. That's Auto Vision Center at 1631 North Claremont in Eau Claire. Call 715-834-5277.
Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks leading the Eau Claire Cavaliers 5-2 as we head into the 6th inning. And Rick Olson, take us the rest of the way.
Well, we'll see if we can't get you a few more Cavalier runs and get right back into this thing. But before we do that, we got to shut down the Lumberjacks in the top of the 6th. R.J. Freed to lead things off, Tyson Lucas and C.J. Varsho to follow. Bryson Gash on the mound. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And there's a strike on the inside corner. Freed is 0 for 1. He lined to short and drew a walk. That pitch is outside for a ball. That was the go ahead and chase me pitch right there. And the 1-2. Pop foul down the third base side. And there's a ground ball over to first, picked up by Hesselman, and he goes and steps on the bag. So Freed grounds out 3 unassisted. Takes us back to the top of the order, Tyson Lucas, who's done nothing but go for a stroll on a Saturday afternoon because he's walked 3 times. Pitch just missed outside.
Great afternoon for a stroll.
Yes, it is. Carson Park is a great place to go for a stroll, too.
Yeah.
That pitch is inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Gash delivers. That's high for ball 3. And the pitch. And that was behind him for ball 4. So, what does Tyson Lucas do? What else? He draws another walk. That'll bring up C.J. Varsho, who's 0 for 2. He walked, and then twice he has flown out to center field. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Gash needs a little windage adjustment here. There's a strike called at the letters. That's outside. And the pitch outside. 3 balls and a strike. It's a hitter's pitch for C.J. Varsho. And that's a strike on the inside corner. Count goes full. And a foul ball right over the press box. It's keeping Jay on his toes over there. And strike three called, and Varsho made the critical error. He took off for first before the umpire made the call. And I'll tell you what, you do that, probably 80% of the time you're going to get the strike called. That pitch missed, and I'm not sure where that was. Dan's shaking his head over there. He doesn't know either. And there's a strike called. This is Jake Varsho. He's 2 for 3. Flew out to left, singled and doubled. And that one got him and just about knocked him off his feet. He and Sam Knickerbocker chatted a little bit, but I think it was friendly because Sam tried to keep him upright as he was stumbling.
Kind of get him that momentum up and going for his free base.
So Jake Varsho at second, Tyson Lucas at second, Jake Varsho at first. Austin Miller at the plate, and that pitch is high and inside for a ball. And that one swung and foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Gash delivers. Line shot out into left center field, finds the gap. Picked up by Tillman, throws it in, but not before a run comes in to score as Lucas comes across the plate. Varsho checks in at third. And Miller has the double to right center or left center field. That puts the Lumberjacks on top 6-2. And there's a strike called to Krummenauer. He walked his first time up. He's in the game replacing Matt Martineau. There's a chopper foul on the third base side. Gash at the belt, and he delivers. Strike called. So for the Lumberjacks, they do pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. So we have now played 5.5, and it's the Lumberjacks 6 and the Cavaliers 2 on NLWN-TV.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need the help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
And we have a new rump on the bump for the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, Carter Gunderson. We also have some defensive changes. Krummenauer has moved over to second base. And I'm trying to see who's out in left field. But Sam Knickerbocker at the plate, and the first pitch is inside. Of course, he's got a glove right over the number in the front of his shirt.
Can see his glove clearly.
Is it a Spalding?
Not that clearly.
1 ball, 1 strike to Sam Knickerbocker. There's a ground ball, fielded at second by Krummenauer, throws it over to first, is in time. That was a heck of a play by Krummenauer. It's going to bring up Carson Windishausen.
Right fielder, Carson Windishausen.
Windishausen flew out to left and popped to third, his 2 times up. There's a strike called. And a screaming foul ball off the face of the dugout on the Lumberjack side. It appears as though Tyson Lucas moved out to left field. So basically Krummenauer and Lucas just switched spots. Pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike called. And down goes Windishausen for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Jerome Delikowski. Got an RBI single his last time up. Also reached on an error. He's gotten on base both times up. That pitch is outside. And there's a strike called. Inside third of the plate. Gunderson looks in and fires. Check swing outside for a ball. Two balls and a strike. 2 down. Cavs trailing by 4. We're in the 6th. And a strike called. Counts even at 2-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, count goes full to Jerome Delikowski. And the pitch. Check swing, ball 4. And Delikowski draws the walk. It's going to bring up Ashton Kroll, who grounded into a 1-4-3 double play and then hit a sacrifice fly. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Delikowski, I believe. Blake Bemnister is coming in.
Somebody from the Cavaliers. First off, Ashton Kroll.
Throw over to first. Bemnister gets back in time. And the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike one.
First round for the Cavaliers, number 24, Blake Bemnister.
And the pitch. Strike called. No balls, 2 strikes to Ashton Kroll. 2 down. Blake Bemnister on first. Gunderson delivers. That's high. One ball, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball over to second. Scooped up by Krummenauer. Throw over to first is in time. And the Cavaliers go down in the bottom of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We've played 6 innings. And it's the Lumberjacks 6 and the the Cavaliers 2 on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
Back here at Carson Park, Rick Olson along with Jay Fall, Ben Ryder on the computer, Dan Petchow on the camera, and we're heading into the 7th inning, the first game of our doubleheader. Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks on top of the Cavaliers, 6-2. Due up for the Lumberjacks, Blake Logering, Preston Elger, and Blake Tripler. And the first pitch is inside for a ball to Blake Logering. He is 0 for 2. Flew out to left and struck out. He also got on by being hit by the pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on a missed. A ball and 2 strikes. And that pitch is outside for a ball. Don't forget, we'll have game 2 of this doubleheader coming up somewhere around 20 minutes after the conclusion of game 1. That pitch is behind Logering. We also have our between game programming of Eau Claire Baseball Memories coming up, episode 1. And that one got Logering in the hip. That's the second time he's been hit by the pitch.
It's not your day when you get hit twice.
Well, you know, if you're not going to hit the ball, you might as well let the ball hit you. Preston Elger. He is 3 for 3 today. He got on a bunt single and then 2 singles to left. Bryson Gash does have the Lumberjacks a little nervous in the batter's box. And he tries to lay down a bunt and fouls it back. Gash delivers. That one's fouled back. Out of play on the right side. And the pitch, that's high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a called strike. So Elger goes down looking. It's going to bring up Blake Tripler. Tripler is 0 for 2 and a walk. And that pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away. Swing and a miss. Bryson Gash looking in. And he steps off the rubber. Now he's back on. Goes to the belt and delivers. Strike called on the inside corner. That just caught the front edge of the corner. A ball and 2 strikes. Curveball does not break in. So the count's even at 2-2. There's a high pop foul on the left side.
That ball brought to you by the Audition Center, located at 1631 North Carolina Avenue. Expert out-of-hour services from chip repair to full maintenance. With a full replacement.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's chopped foul. Count holds at 2-2.
Call 715-868.
And the 2-2 pitch. Bounder over to second, flip to short for 1, throw to first, and it's a little bit wide of the mark. And Tripler does not advance, so he gets on a fielder's choice. 6-4, and Logering is out at second. Brings up Bo Snyder. Snyder's 0 for 3. Struck out twice and flew out to left. Swing and a miss for strike one. And the pitch, that just missed outside. And the pitch. That was inside. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down. Tripler on first. Bo Snyder at the plate. That was just a bit outside. Three balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Pop up into shallow right field, getting back and making the catch is Lucas Costley. So, for the Lumberjacks, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We've played 6.5, and it's the Lumberjacks 6, Vikings 2, Cavaliers 2 on NLWN-TV.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
We at NLWN-TV are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking baseball. Our next game will be on Monday, May 12th when the Vikings host the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Our coverage begins with the Bullpen Show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School baseball on Monday, May 12th.
We're heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. Cavaliers need 4 to keep this one alive. Carter Gunderson on the mound for the Lumberjacks, starting his 2nd inning of work. That brings up Lucas Costley, who's 0 for 2, grounded back to the pitcher and got on a fielder's choice. Gunderson delivers. That's high.
That almost left Knickerbocker's glove.
Or that's Snyder for the Lumberjacks.
Or Snyder, yeah.
Yeah, snow-coned it. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Cavs need base runners. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, strike 3. That's going to bring up Trenton Palmer. Palmer is 0 for 1. He struck out, but he also drew a walk his first time up. Palmer still looking for his first hit as a Cavalier. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Wind in the pitch. That's outside for a ball. Following today's first game, we'll have a very abbreviated talking baseball. Check swing low. 2 balls and a strike. And then we'll log off for just a couple of minutes while we get things reconfigured for game 2. There's a strike called at the knees. And we'll come back with our between game programming, Eau Claire Baseball Memories Episode 1. Pitch is outside. We look at some of the early places that hosted minor league baseball in Eau Claire from 1886 through 1962. And strike 3 called at the knees. Palmer didn't believe it. That's going to bring up Brayton Tillman. Tillman's 1 for 3. It's gone to left field every time. Single to left, and then 2 flyouts to left. First pitch is outside for a ball. And the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. And a ground ball foul down the first baseline. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Cavaliers down to their final strike. And the pitch. Foul tip off the catcher's mask, and Tillman stays alive. A ball and 2 strikes. Gunderson looks in for the sign, starts his motion, and a line shot out into center field for Tillman, and that's his second hit of the day. That's going to bring up Xavier Bemnister. Bemnister singled to left his last time up. He also flew out to left and grounded to short. And the pitch. That's down low for a ball. Here's the pitch. Check swing, foul. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. To Xavier Bemnister, runner on first. Cavs need runners, and they need runs. Pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike. Tillman takes his lead. Strike called at the letters. So the count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Tillman at first. They're not holding him. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that's going to do it. And Ryan Bemnister's pretty upset about that call. But For the Cavaliers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll be back with Talkin' Baseball as the final score is Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks 6 and the Cavaliers 2 on NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV. This copyrighted presentation has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with the Eau Claire Cavaliers and is intended for the enjoyment of the viewing and listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and the Eau Claire Cavaliers is prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball with a look back at today's game.
Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family art hour. What do you think?
You got jokes. You're funny.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
Back here at Carson Park with Talkin' Baseball. Cavaliers dropped the opener of the doubleheader 6-2 to the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks had 6 runs on 8 hits. They committed 3 errors. Cavaliers 2 runs, 4 hits, and they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher was Dylan Waters. He has a record now of 1-0, and Eli Rathke was the loser, and he has a record of 1-1. The Lumberjacks go to 2-0 in the CRBL, and the Cavaliers go to 1-1 in the CRBL. And we will have Game 2 coming up for you very shortly. But you're going to have to sign out first of all while we reconfigure things, and then come back in as soon as you see Game 2 is available. And you've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on NLWN-TV.
You have been tuned to Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV will now have to leave the air briefly so we can reset our equipment to bring you Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Please close out of our channel on YouTube and come back in a few moments when you see that Game 2 is available. This is NLWN-TV.
Make sure you come back real soon.